What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JSiX. You can call me Ty. It really doesn't matter. I'm gonna be bringing you guys League of Legends content on this YouTube channel every week, and maybe I'll do it more often, more frequently if it gets a good amount of likes. So if you guys like the video, obviously leave a like. If this video helped you, leave a like. As far as the video goes, I'm gonna be breaking down the slate, giving you my roster construction tips, cash game core plays, and I'm also going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Little background, I'm here to basically help you guys win money. Simple as that, man. I think there's still edge, new DFS players, whatever. You can still become profitable. Turn your hobby into a profit, you know? And yeah, I played League of Legends religiously after I retired from competitive Call of Duty. Yes, competitive Call of Duty. Um, those Call of Duty players that you see on those DFS slates, I played with them in the past. And yeah, as far as that goes, I'm gonna help you get yours, man. So stay tuned. And yeah, let's get it, man. Everybody, the first League of Legends game on the slate is a LCK matchup between GenG and Afrika Freaks. This is a pretty good bloody matchup, I think. GenG's 6-2, Afrika Freaks is 5-3. The money line is favoring GenG, rightfully so. The last time these two teams played in the spring split, same roster. I think today's lineup might be different with Dread uh, might be replaced by Spirit. That's who I have projected starting, but of course check on Twitter. It was a 2-1, GenG won, and they put up a pretty decent stat line. Um, the first game they should have won, but they threw. But I think this time around, I think GenG 2-0's projected really well tonight. I think three-man stack between Ruler, BDD, and Clid makes sense here if you're targeting the GenG side. I wouldn't touch GenG's support just because there's a lot of sub risk. And if they lose game one, either Life or Kellen might be subbed out, so you don't need to take those risks, especially in cash. Obviously in GPP you could take those risks depending on your bankroll or risk tolerance, whatever the case may be. But I think there's better supports on the slate with higher upside and obviously better safety. And I think if GenG loses here, the first game at least, I think they'll still put up probably 8 to 10 kills, maybe more. Maybe the first game gets bloody. So I think even if they lose game one, I don't think they lose a series. And if they lose game one, I think that's even better for GenG owners tonight, just because they should do pretty well in wins. And in losses, there's no way Afrika Freaks is just going to stomp them out. I don't think they have that personnel, that talent to just snowball the game out of control. GenG has a lot of firepower. They got good team fighting, good objective control, good macro play. And even if Afrika Freaks win maybe one game, I think that's better for GenG. I think they'll score even better because, like I said, I just don't see how Afrika Freaks take 2 games from GenG here. So my lock of the night is GenG. Lock them in for cash. 3-man stack, Ruler, BDD, Clit for GPPs. Obviously you can do a 4-man stack, but I advise you to do a 3-man stack as there are better 4-man stacks on the slate. The next matchup is a LPL matchup. Both these teams are shitters, bottom dwellers. They both look bad this season, but ultimately this is a pick'em. OMG 3-6, Estar 2-8. Seems like OMG only beat teams worse than them, and Estar they just look terrible. Um, they don't know what they're doing. They have the personnel but can't put the things together. So obviously this game is a GPP type of game stack. I wouldn't touch either of these teams in cash as there are way safer options. But both these teams offer crazy value, especially if you're playing in big tournaments. Um, It allows you to spend up for the big guns tonight. Allows you to stack whoever you want, basically. So this is definitely a matchup to look at if you guys are playing GPP tonight. Looking at the OMG side, I would target Icon and probably Hacker, two-man stack. Um, Maybe SMLZ. I think he in an OMG win here. I think he finally does good. OMG usually commits most of their resources to mid and top. They just let SMLZ farm, and they're not too proactive in the bot lane. Whereas Estar, they'll be committing a lot of resources bot lane, trying to fight around those dragons, heralds, and obviously in losses, they give up a ton of fantasy points. The last time these two teams played in the spring split, Estar scored pretty well, but that was with Crying. Um, in terms of who I would pick, if I had to choose one, I would side with OMG until Estar can prove that they can win. I'm just gonna keep targeting against them. They give up a ton of fantasy and losses, and OMG is priced very well tonight. Not much to say about this game. Um, Very volatile game. So, like I said, GPPs target Icon. Icon will have an excellent game today, I think. Um, Great one-off option and great uh, two-man stack with Hacker. And then on E-Star side, I would target Wink. Shalacy is their support, so pair those two up with Wei. Wei's been performing pretty well. Wei's E-Star's jungler. He looks like the only bright spot this season so far. So obviously a three-man stack with them works as well. But moving on to the next game, JDG versus Vici. I think JDG will be the highest owned tonight. Um, Very safe spot here for them. Project very well here. And I don't see what could go wrong, but of course, Vici could prove me wrong. They've looked pretty good with Zika. Um, I think JDG just smart tonight, and they'll ban out his champions, or they'll ban out his LeBlanc at least. And I think JDG just overall a better team. Um, Obviously spring split champs, and I think they keep the ball rolling here, 2-1. They provide great upside tonight. Could be the high scoring team. Um, just because Vici tend to throw, and in wins they'll still give up, you know, quite a bit of kills. They're not stopping anybody. I think JDG is viable if you're stacking JDG. Obviously, Loken is a good option. If you are doing a four-man stack tonight with JDG and a favorite, obviously you gotta go jungle. I think Cavani is a great option. Um, Zoom is even a good option. I think he bounces back here and hits the 80 to 90 point floor. Maybe a 100 point upside if this game gets super bloody. But I don't see him dropping another 60 piece. I think he's way too talented. Last game there just wasn't many objective fights, but this game I can guarantee there will be a lot of team fighting, a lot of fighting over objectives. So definitely a game to target. If Vici win here, obviously they'll probably be in the optimal lineup as well. So far this season, JD tends to fight quite a bit, but the only issue is they tend to fight a lot, but they're not, you know, they're not giving up the most kills. Because most of these team fights, they're very smart. So even if they lose a team fight, maybe one or two, you know, uh, laners will die instead of like a clean ace. They're not going to commit all their resources to a fight if they don't think they can win it. So JDG is definitely a smart team. Definitely a team you want to target tonight. For cash, I'd say the most safe route I would go is just a JDG. GenG should be a pretty chalky stack, but uh, both those teams I have winning, not even a coin flip. Both those teams I think should 2-0, and I think JDG should win maybe 2-1 at the worst. Um, Obviously on Vici side, if they win, it's going to be through the mid lane Zika. I think he'll have an excellent game if they win, but I just don't see it tonight. So lock in JDG and GenG as the cash stack tonight should be very optimal. The last match of the slate, LCK matchup between Dawn and Team Dynamics. Dawn is looking pretty solid so far in this summer split. They're 6-2, crazy favored here. Team Dynamics obviously a newcomers in the LCK, but they haven't looked that bad. They looked actually pretty good after getting a victory on T1. Honestly, the odds are I think out of line. I think they should be maybe minus 500 Dawn, not minus 900. That's insane. Team Dynamics are not trash cans. Um, Obviously, this game has multiple game scripts, I think. All depends on champion pool or champion draft. I think if Dawn drafts early game and forces the issue, um, I think they can definitely put up a lot of kills. They just got to make proactive plays. And that's the reason why SKT lost last time out. They just were in game three. They just weren't proactive, too scared to team fight. Um, just committing all their resources to buffing up Teddy and giving him all the resources and hoping he carries with Aphelios. And that didn't work out, even though he had a decent game in a loss. Honestly, if Team Dynamics played the same way that they did against SKT, I think this will be a lower scoring game. But I think Dawn's too aggressive. Uh, their personnel, they like to take risks. So I'd side with Dawn here, and I think if Dawn forces the issue, they might score even higher than GenG at lower ownership for sure. Um, and I feel like if you're planning to stack Dawn, obviously Showmaker, stack them with Canyon, the jungle for that jungle mid synergy correlation, and of course you could definitely target um, Nurguri in the top lane. I think bot lane will be very, very passive. But again, all depends on champion draft. Honestly, this game is definitely a GPP leverage spot. Uh, Dawn obviously over GenG. But if I was making one lineup, I still got GenG over Dawn. I think GenG just offered crazy safety tonight in a win. Um, but anyways, you're targeting team dynamics, make sure you target Rich. I wouldn't say captain spot, but in a deep field GPP, obviously he's one of the higher scoring top laners this season. Not this season, but in general, he usually puts up better fantasy numbers than most top laners around the league. So definitely a good low own option, but like I said, this is a leverage pivot spot off the other games, which I think are more safe and potentially higher scoring. So anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. I'm JSiX on behalf of Win Daily. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. Uh, Maybe give me some criticism, feedback on the video. How do you guys like the visuals or whatnot? If this video gets 50 likes, um, for my next video, I'll be doing a giveaway. I'll be giving a portion of my earnings in like a big GPP, like a 444, like the $300 GPP. And yeah, that'll wrap it up. You guys can expect me to be back next Wednesday for another video. And if this video gets good engagement, I might do these videos maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.